Hello and welcome to Fablemancers. Today we have the honor of bringing you the finale of this arc of Stars Without Number. Indeed, there are space whales, space cetaceans in fact, that we'll have to figure out what the heck that all means right after we introduce ourselves, starting with Kaiti.
Hi, I'm Kaiti. I use they, she pronouns. You can find me drinking an entire box of wine in one go, like with a straw, like it's a juice box. Or you can find me on Instagram and the health site. I'm not really there. I'm just there in theory. And Discord at Critical Spark 20. I also do like cool art stuff, and right now I'm doing a stream with Girls Run These Worlds. We're doing a Lord of the Rings One Ring stream on Mondays, and it's super awesome. I got possessed the other week. It was great. Yeah, that's me. On to you, Noah. I think who is next. I should know this by now. We do it the same order every week.
Yep. I'm Noah. I can be found on Instagram at Radioactive Voidfish and on Tumblr at Radioactive Inkstains. And I'm generally here sometimes. So, yeah, if you need me, that's it.
And Carl.
I'm Carl. Use he, him pronouns. You can find me on Twitter at A Field of Carl, and other than that, I don't know. Getting forklift recertified today. Big news.
Excellent. And Mint.
I'm Mint. I use they, them pronouns. Recently got diagnosed with a disease where I need to be paid $20 every hour or I die. So yeah, find me at Monomance on Instagram and Tumblr so that I don't die.
Amazing. And I'm Sam. I use he, him pronouns. You can find me at Chef Cargs on most social spaces, or get at me here on Fablemancers on all of our social spaces. Even though Twitter's on fire, it's still got a really lovely community, and I just want to take a moment to kind of recognize some of those people in Another World. The amount that Another World TTV does, their storytelling is fantastic, and definitely go hit them up. They stream at the same time as us, so it's hard to get both of us in there, but highly recommend them. Great, fantastic people. And if you're looking for a cool new podcast, go listen to Critically Stupid Podcast. It is fantastic. They just did a Scooby-Doo adventure that is hilarious and amazing, and also another fun place to go and just let your worries float away. Bringing it back to us here on Fablemancers, I'd like to acknowledge that we are indeed on the traditional and unceded territories of the Musqueam Nation, and it is our privilege and pleasure to work, play, and create on these beautiful lands. I encourage you to go and do a little bit of your own research for what stolen lands you're on by going to native-land.ca. This group also uses a set of safety tools. If you see an X going across the screen, it means that we are going to stop the scene that we are in and shift over to something else, and in order to preserve our mental health as best we can and get ourselves out of situations that maybe we weren't fully prepared for or unaware of. That being said, if you at home encounter any of these situations, don't forget to hit the pause button and come back in like 10 minutes, or if you're watching a VOD, skip ahead like 10-15, and we should be into a new scene. All of that said, I don't anticipate anything beyond some real fun gaslighty bits, mild gore and violence, and things of that nature. Probably in that nice rated R territory.
To be clear, we'll be the ones doing the gaslighting, if that's helpful.
Yeah.
Because it might be.
And maybe I'll light some actual gas. We'll see.
Oh.
Boom, gaslighting. With all of that said, why don't we go see how the Stars Without Number. Oh wait. Okay, so last time on Stars with That Number, we had some debts to pay. A bounty hunter who turned out to be the rug you were stepping on all along showed up to do some damage. In their attempt to capture you, took on Cog's look, got dirty, made a mess, ran away, almost killed a bunch of civilians, got some hacks done, got some clutch moments from the team as a whole, and you escaped in daring fashion. Just barely. On your way out of the system, deciding whether you were heading to Ciphra, a planet of mechanically and technologically enhanced humans, or if you were heading to the prison worlds of Kelthagar. You were kind of debating this when out of hyperspace came a very familiar ship to you, containing the geezers on the CMV Dynamite.
Ugh.
Oh, that's why you hate them so much. These geezers.
Now I remember why I hate them.
Yeah. I was like, why do we hate them yet? Oh, that's why. They've got little like bullet like decals on their ship to make them look cool.
Yes, 100% yes.
Definitely like a ship nuts kind of people.
Oh yeah.
They also don't believe in symmetrical ships, so like this one's a little weird, and yeah, it's
They definitely know. They definitely know that if you nut in space, it push you backwards. They've tested it for sure.
Yes, the geezers, as you call them, also known as Benton and Jason, are piloting the ship, sending out a general distress call to the area, and there are several dozen space whales on their tail that have also made the jump through through metaspace. What would you like to do? You have an incoming call.
I mean, like, do we help them or do we help the whales?
I think the whales might have this one. I don't know if they need that much help here.
What if we just like, oops, our intercom didn't work.
Well, is anybody who wants to answer the phone? Who's on phone duty?
They
today?
would like. Whales are like going towards the planet, so there's like living people on it. That
Can whales like space whales? Can they go onto planets?
The Mylokar
What's the
Authority's
turn rate?
population on their capital world of Mylokar is pushing 7 billion.
Dang!
Additionally, their space stations, they have half dozen, so 6 orbital space stations. Each of them has a population of 300,000 people, and they do have a fleet in orbit. You've met several of the guards, like the guard ships and things of that nature, so this is a very inhabited world, and with you do a quick scan. I think we said 30 last time, but it's actually there are 34 of these space stations. The only research you have on them is from when you literally bumped into them on your very first mission before the stream, and had to run back. Or not your like very, very first mission, but first mission with us together.
Should we like answer the phone and just like see what they say? Because then at least we can just like, laugh at them.
this is true. I would like to laugh at them.
Okay, why don't we just like all answer it? There's gonna be like a screen. There's gonna be like an image of them too, right? Like this is like a whole video chat.
Yeah, you can establish video chat.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Let's all sit around like drinking a beverage, chilling out, and then we'll answer it like,
No.
"Hey, asshats, what's up?"
You know what would be really funny?
Oh what?
Get me on the call, be like,
Yep.
hey guys, what's the situation? And then we all like dogpile on them, like, ha, you losers! See how
Oh,
bad
shit.
the whales are to deal with.
Oh, wait,
Psych!
Wait, no, guys. Let's do that thing where it's like I'm answer is like, "Hi. Oh yeah. Oh, that sounds really hard. Psych. You've reached my voicemail." No, I like that. Let's do Ivy answering really nice, and then we'll all be jerks.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, we'll all like look around her, like she can stand in the middle, and we'll just be like, "Oh."
Mhm.
Okay. And
Oh.
patching it through.
Doot. Hi, you've reached IME number 0360. How can the Sublunar Sunfish help you today?
So meatheads!
What are you doing? Oh my god! We need so much help! I know we've had our differences in the past, but as the console like explodes beside, as you look and see Benton like frantically looking at you, like, I don't know about my loan. Jason like took a thing and then it blew out. Like he's got blue blood everywhere, and
That does suck.
Oh. Water space whales big and hard to deal with and dangerous.
Oh, baby.
Who could have told you that? If only somebody had warned you. Oh, you could have saved so much trouble.
It must have been extra hard without any shoelaces.
I don't think she can take it much longer. I'm gonna fall apart.
Okay, what is it exactly you want?
Permission to come over, and then he hangs up.
I'm like, no, then they'll chase us.
You see the whale like hit into their ship again, as one of their docking ports opens, and you see a suited up individual eject themselves from the ship.
Oh my god, let's do that thing where like you like wait for them and then they try to open the door and it's locked and you're like, oh sorry, and you unlock it and then you like they try to open it and then you like scooch forward a little. You just like, keep doing that because I can't get in.
You see that the cetaceans have taken up a position around them and are beginning to throw the ship back and forth between them.
Oh,
Hunting them.
they're having fun. They're just playing with it. They're just playing
Pieces
with
of the
like a
ship are like
ball.
starting to break off.
Oh.
These orcas by any chance?
They are.
Those aren't whales.
They are 4 times the size of your ship. They have a twinned tail that comes out of the back. They seem to be able to operate individually. Beautiful, like this sheen that's around them, almost like they're glowing with this like pink and orange color.
We match.
Oh yeah, kind of, yeah.
Cute.
But that's
You
like
get
just
one.
their glow. Their main body is semi-transparent and seems to be full of like nebulous gases that are swirling around inside of them. And you see like
It's
a
like
red
cog.
sparkle.
I've got a lot of nebulous gases.
Yeah, it just floating around inside of you. Especially after
Part of
Kevin's chili.
IBS, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Your sensors detect that the core of the dynamite is about to go dynamite.
Wait, what? They have dynamite on the ship?
All right,
It's gonna blow
let's go rescue these guys, I guess.
Can we, like,
Then we
make
can
them-
degrade them to their faces.
Can we like
That's
make
true.
them say
Must
before
they?
they get on board that they're like they suck and they are little crybaby boys and we are the best group of people in the whole universe and they owe us like 10 favors?
We are amazing pirates / geniuses.
Yes.
We can make them say that as soon as they're in the airlock, and then we threaten to open it back up and not let them through the
Ooh,
second
let's
door.
pull.
unless they
Yeah, let's pull a firefly
They're
on
like-
these bitches. Let's go.
say they're actually safe, but like
I don't
Not
think
too
they're
safe.
safe. Yeah.
No.
Okay, let's do it. So, what do we just like scoop them up? Do we have like a big space net or something?
Yeah, I can just like pile it up in there, I think. And just like, if I know which direction they're floating, I can just line up where they're going to be in a minute and just like open up an airlock for them.
Ugh. All right. They're gonna get their like gross juices all over the ship, though. Their
yeah,
stink
but then
is
we
gonna get
can
everywhere.
get away faster and don't get
That's
like
true.
blown up by their
All right,
shit,
that's
so-
fair. All right. Fair enough.
Couple of things that you want to do. So a piloting check if you want to like do like a scooping maneuver. Factors involved here are the fact that you are currently stationary and they are moving towards you. So you will have to find a relative speed in order to scoop them up without squishing them. If that is your
I
intent.
mean,
Yeah, that sounds
oops.
fine to me.
So I'm going to set the check at 8. Because they do have transmitters, you are able to track them. It's not like you're blind in space hoping for the best. that said, if you failed this check, something unfortunate will happen to both you and to the geezer.
Oh. See, Sam put that in there because he knew that no one's going to help with this piloting check if it's only happening to them. Is anyone going to help?
Can I get somebody on the navigation just to pinpoint their coordinates and give me a proper trajectory, please?
I can do that.
Sounds like an Ivy thing. I'm gonna go play on my Game Boy. Tell me when the losers are here.
Sorry, would this be administer?
Yeah, to like sift through the data that you've already gathered. Absolutely. Makes sense to me.
11.
Nice.
Very
That's my
helpful.
math expression.
So you can get a +1 to your check there, Belker.
Well, okay, so I'm rolling 3d6 because got the lucky dent, and then dropping the lowest. 8. With the +1, that's a 12.
So walk me through this. How do you successfully scoop up Benton, the remaining geezer?
I think so. The ship is they're heading like towards us. The ship's coming this way. And Belker just like does like a sweet like turn, like a Tokyo Drift kind of thing, with like the airlock open, so that like momentum just like carries them in the airlock, and then we're already going the opposite direction away from those whales as soon as it's in and secured.
Beautiful, yeah. Like dragging in, like you see in the airlock, Benton has like magnetized his boots and like falls to the ground. Like,
Pussy.
That's right, grovel, fool.
Oh
You're saying this over the intercom.
Bend the
You're like
knee.
patching into his suit. He grovels and bends the knee at the same time and ends up in a weird clump on the floor, magnets and all. Yeah.
We're big Twister fans on this ship.
Oh, hey, shut up. Hey, shut up. What did you do to piss off the whales?
Are you going to like repressurize the airlock and talk to
No.
him face to face?
No. We're going to have a conversation about it while he's in the airlock for sure. It's going to make him feel real uncomfortable.
Roll a talk check.
Okay, this is going to go badly for me.
So it's going to be a difficulty of 10 to connect with this human in this state.
Okay, well, that's good. I'm going to use my... I mean, I'm trying to fuck with him. It seems like it would be charisma, but I don't want to use charisma because I don't have any charisma. Can I use my wisdom to like try to like notice his distressed state and like use that against him?
Yeah, I'd say Alecto's a pro at annoying people and knows like the limit of like
Oh,
how
I
far
don't
to
think
push
I didn't
it.
really think I had to roll for this. Honestly, I was like, yeah, I'm being a little bitch. That's my jam. There isn't a skill for that, but I suppose it's work. Okay. Talk. So I roll 2d6?
Mhm.
Yes. Oh god, everything is different on roll 20. Oh, I'm gonna die. 2d6. Let's go, Spaghetti-O. Ooh, that's not good. That's a 5 minus 1. Plus 1. It's a 5.
So lay into Benton, like just give it to him.
I mean, like, yeah, man, you just like got all up in our face. We're like, oh, we're gonna get the space whales, and then now you're just here like a little like worm on the ground, just being a big fat loser who's, you know, not fat. That's not a nice thing to say. I don't think I care about people's weight. That's not a nice thing to shame you about. You're a normal size, which could be any size, because that's what it's a 5, guys. Because that's fine. I like every size of everybody because everybody is unique and awesome. But you still suck a lot because you got a bunch of whales to kick the shit out of your ship. So, and we didn't even do that. We ran away like smart people, and you got kicked in your butt by a whale. So.
Jason's dead, and we lost the ship. And my home is on the ship.
I can't understand whiny little babies.
You just see, those of you who have the video feed up, Terrence, the snapping turtle, drifting towards Benton's suit and begins to bite onto it. You see
Okay.
Benton's suit is now depressurizing and being attacked.
You deserve
by a
this,
turtle.
let's let them in now. I feel bad. Yeah, you deserve everything that's happening to you. Seriously, let's pressure.
Fuck you, jerk.
I'm pressurizing
Where's
the
my
hole.
turtle?
As you begin to pressurize, like the turtle's senses like perk up, and like Terrence immediately makes for one of the air vents before.
Don't let go of that
returns.
son of a bitch.
Grab
Oh,
that turtle.
One day. This is my goal. Actually, I don't really care what we do in the rest of this game. My goal is to grab the fucking turtle before the end of this series.
You see,
We can
Scientifically
yeet
impossible.
the turtle at the whales and have a real like let them fight kind of moment. I think.
I think Terrence would win.
That too.
Okay, so the losers are on board.
one loser, Jason, the other loser, didn't make it. Just Benton.
Ooh,
That must suck for
sad.
you.
He's an inconsolable puddle in your airlock.
Is the one that got lost in space the one whose shoelaces I stole, or is it the one that's here?
Oh no, Jason's the one that is lost. That those shoelaces were stole.
I wonder if it's because his boots didn't lace up properly. He got non-pressurized properly.
You blew up.
Oh,
You have a
using
man's
it.
blood on your hands.
Cog is gonna walk.
He
over
only
to
cares.
this
He
guy.
only cares about animals. He doesn't care about people. He can kill whoever the fuck we want. He's a little psycho.
Priority.
I'm just gonna walk over to this guy and pull like a single Werther's out of one of their pouches and hand it to him. You pat him on the back and be like, "There you go, buddy."
Cog 95.
Do you think you could maybe take him to med bay and sedate him or something? Do you think that's a good idea? Just keep him out of our hair while we
It's
deal with
pretty
this?
annoying.
Sedate him? Just knock him out?
Yeah, just give him some morphine or whatever, just for like a little bit.
Morphine,
We have 4
Alright.
feet of board.
Give him some
right?
space morphine.
Need some for the disco.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have
Some
several
stuff
doses of
useless.
hydromorphine aboard.
Oh yes, it's space morphine. So
Can we
it's,
try
you know,
slapping him first?
Oh my god.
I mean, he's already
Get
pretty
him out of
fucked up
it.
and like
Roll a
not doing
punch
much.
check.
He's just a crying mess.
Look, but like I've seen it on like on like films from the olden days. They used to just like be like, get a hold of yourself, and it worked.
Yeah, it doesn't work. Usually
I'm
it
gonna
just
try
makes
it.
it worse. I've tried
I mean,
it.
I'm gonna,
Do we-
I'm gonna try it.
Roll to punch.
This is also gonna go badly because I can't punch either. Oh, that's better. 7 minus 1 plus nothing. I can't justify this being anything I'm good at, so it's 7. It's like
You gotta like just like do like what you like saw on those vid screens
Yeah.
over and over and over. And as you go to hit, he just rolls at the perfect time, and you hit deck plating. But it's open
Ow.
hand, so like just
Stings a little.
Oh, for me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Mama. Ooh.
I grab him under the shoulders
Armpits,
and just
yeah.
like drag him towards the med bay, not to sedate him, but just to like let him lay down and have a cry, maybe.
I've lost
Just-
everything.
Yeah, well, you were a jerk, so I'm not
So
saying
fuck
you deserved it. You don't deserve to die, but maybe listen to people when they say, "Hey, this job is hard and dangerous." They just keep like as they're pulling this guy off to the med bay.
Yeah, get him, Cog. Get him.
Cog,
So
as you-
I don't want to be a Debbie Downer here, but we kind of have a situation on our hands. We do have a lot of whales close by, maybe blowing stuff up soon. Should we do something? I don't know what to do.
Well, how big will the explosion be, do we think?
Well, we should definitely get clear of that ship, but I'm
No,
more
but
like,
is the planet in danger or anything, or is it just like, okay, cool, then let's bounce.
Planet is not in danger currently. If that thing blows up on a space well, you don't know what will happen.
Ooh.
Cog, also, as you put Benton into a bed in your medical bay, you notice something odd is inside one of the pouches. It's like you're like taking the gear off and like trying to make them comfortable. Inside one of the pouches, you find a what looks to be like a small like meteorite, like like something that's been taken. It has many pockmarks and holes in it. It is shiny and shimmery and prismatic when it hits when the light hits it. It forms into like a long like cylindrical diamond shape, and it's cool to the touch, despite like it being ambient, like nice temperature here. It no matter how long you hold it, doesn't seem to warm up.
Is it whale poop?
I'm gonna hold it up to his face and say, "Is this whale shit?"
What?
What
Why
is
would
it?
I be carrying shit? I know that piece of shit. But like,
God.
Shit has many
chokes on his
uses.
own spit.
What
a
is
little
it?
Oh, he's so pathetic.
bit. It's
Could be fertilizer.
it's the resonance unit.
Resonance unit. Do I know what that is? The fuck is that?
It's valuable. Okay.
Where'd you get it from?
I got it from Jason. He's dead.
Okay, where'd Jason, the dead guy, get it from?
He got it from. I don't know. It's gonna be a wedding present.
A wedding present?
is this why the whales are mad at you?
Because they're not into gay marriage? Maybe gay marriage is illegal in space. I don't know. This could be a very fucked up universe.
The Westboro Baptist whales are on the hunt.
BW.
No, we are in a fantasy world. Nope, moving away from that.
Whales love gays. That's what it is. Yes.
So they're mad they weren't invited. That's it.
Yes, this is a Maleficent situation.
They come to seek revenge on your firstborn, Jason and Benton.
I love where we're going with this the gay marriage thing, but they're not actually a couple. This was a gift that they were going to give to another wedding.
Oh, well, Sam,
To be
that's
clear.
not as interesting.
Or is it?
I don't know. Who's
It's
the
okay.
Maybe
They're
they
allowed
are
to
a
be
couple.
platonic.
They don't have to be married to be a couple.
Well, one of them's dead, so they're not married anymore.
Right?
They're not couple anymore either.
Wow!
Totally broken up.
Holy
Death did them
pepperoni.
part.
Alternatively, fresh on the market.
Death cannot stop true love. You can only delay it for a while.
Fresh on the market, this sniveling old man.
Oh, hello?
Was that
Abby,
Ivy
subroutines
or- was that
activate.
Ivy or- Hold on, I'm just clarify. Was that Mint or Ivy?
You'll never know.
I mean,
Anyways, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna lock this guy in the med bay. Like I'm gonna lock up my cupboards and stuff so that he can't like get into my stuff, but he can just like it's kind of like a cell. You just have like a chair and a bed and like just generic medical office stuff, but all the narcotics are locked up. And I'm gonna take this prism back out and up the med bay on my way out. Like
he's gonna steal all your tongue depressors.
I'm gonna say,
That's fine.
I want to see an opposed work check. If you are successful,
work
then You have locked everything up, and everything is secure, and there's no way Benton can get any of it. If I am successful, I am going to take shit.
We're gonna come back and he's gonna have overdosed on morphine because he's so sad about his dead lover.
You need to beat a 10.
Also, bold of you to assume that Amy wouldn't try to intervene.
I
Some
think,
cheese.
and I use X as my attribute to like sneakily hide stuff in other places that you wouldn't expect it.
Cat. Yeah. Yes, you can. I leave it up to you.
Maybe. I think this is actually more cog. I want to make it look like they're locking up the important stuff. Instead, they are hiding the important stuff. So can I change it to sneak?
No, you cannot change it to sneak. You can change your attribute around, but not. It's work on work.
Okay.
Work on
Here's
work.
the dice. 9 plus 1 is 10.
Oh, it's even. I love it. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. You're going to both hide things and lock things up really well. And all of the locks are going to get fucked up because he's going to try and get into stuff and break all the locks in the room. So getting in there will require
fucking loser.
prying it or something. But so he's not going to take anything, but we'll deal with that when we get back to it. He's locked away safe.
He will screw up the security.
He's just
That's
you
fine.
just can't help it. He's such a dick all the time. Even when we're helping him, he has to like root through your shit.
Yeah, jeez. I'm gonna take this prism back out to the rest of the gang and be like, he's locked up in the med bay, but he had this weird thing on him, and he said that Jason got it, and he doesn't know where Jason gets it. But here, and I'm gonna hand it to Amy because you'd probably be able to figure out the most about this.
I would say that you'd have to put it into a device that could analyze it, because unless you want the armature to come out, otherwise it'll just fall to the floor.
Oh yeah, you're just about. Okay.
Do you need the armature?
Are you asking me that?
Yeah, are you using the armature, or are you putting it into like Amy's like processing core, wherever you're located on the ship?
Yeah, I feel like there's like something that I don't know how to describe, but it's like a unit where you can put things into and it gets scanned, possibly also purified, could have multi-use. I imagine it looks a little bit like an espresso machine, but like the inside, the back is like carved out a bit more to fit other things in
Like
it.
those mail tubes where you like put the mail and it goes shoo.
Okay. As you put this in, Amy, I need you to make a mental saving throw.
Oh, okay. Sorry, which one would that be? Like, how do I roll for that?
It's a D20, and you're trying to beat the number that you have under mental.
Oh God, okay. We'll just see how that goes.
So, for example, if it's a 15, you want to roll 15 and up.
Oh
no. Oh no!
not good.
Wow.
Oh, wait. I think I can re-roll. It's,
Processing
to?
point.
It's,
Can you use a processing point to re-roll a saving throw?
it's a expert thing where, I get to re-roll once per, long rest, I think. But I don't know if that's just skill or if that's saving throws.
I think that's just skills.
And the arms of the angels. Well, she had a good run.
I mean, your processing power is now completely dedicated to analyzing this device, as an enormous amount of information is shunted into your matrix, almost more than you can handle. It is going to wreak havoc on your systems a little bit. You are still semi-functional, but as you're processing this information, you're kind of like twitching out, and like things that don't normally happen are starting to happen. You notice that the ship is now emitting a signal.
The whales reacting to the signal?
But the whales seem to be responding to it and are heading in your direction.
Thanks forever.
Off we go then. Belker is just plotting a course for far away from the whales and just punching it.
So
Spit it out, Amy.
there, as like the whales turn to go and face you, the ship is beginning to go critical. The other ship, the dynamite.
Oh, hopefully that'll cover our escape because we can't do anything about that now. So off we go. And just
as you go, you see that the pack of 34 whales is following you. However, as the ship explodes and you feel the shockwaves from it, 6 of the whales get caught in the explosion, and you see that their nebulous gases inside turn into a stark red, crimson, deep red color as they turn towards the planet.
Oh boy.
ooh.
Analyzing metaspace, you will not be able to punch a hole here, as the interference from the whales, from them coming through, has blocked meta travel unless you want to try and plot a new route.
Just yeet it out at them. Just take it out of Amy and yeet it out into space.
Yeah, look, you two tried get Amy fixed, get this thing figured out. I'm just going to be piloting us away as hard as I can.
As you try to pull this thing out of Amy's processing center, you're gonna need to find a way to do this without damaging Amy.
Can I
Like
try
ripping
to?
a flash drive off, it's very dangerous. You might lose
Yeah,
all the
okay.
data.
Can I try to hack it and override her eject button thing, like a force shutdown kind of situation? That's a little better than just yanking it out.
I would say yes, but as a consequence, you will lose speed for a time while Amy is offline to eject this.
But what if I do it really fast?
For
I think we
I'd say for that level of success, you'd need a 12.
Okay, Captain. They're just gonna keep following us, right? If we have this thing inside of the ship, this is an important thing.
Yeah, get it out. I'll put something in between us and the whales for a hot second so you have the time to do it.
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Shouldn't we get out first so that more of them don't start exploding?
It was just the one ship.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah, it's there's not more exploding going on, I don't
But
think.
it turned
Okay.
those 6 red, and they are now heading
great.
towards the planet.
Hey, less whales to deal with. Good luck, that planet. Maybe they'll kill the rug lady. 2 birds,
And
two
everybody.
whales, 1 stone. I don't know.
9
You're
billion
offline. You
more
can't.
people.
You can't shine me.
I mean, you begin to come out of it, but your holographic form is disabled for the duration. Your armature is functional and can interact with the crew,
I was gonna ask if I could deploy that armature.
but for the first time in forever, you're not connected to the ship.
Oh.
This mobile platform is all you have.
It's okay, Mama. We're gonna fix you. This might pinch a little. I'm just gonna put a little shunt in here. And I'm gonna hack away. Are you cool with this? Mama? I'm gonna try to get this thing out of you because it's gonna kill us all and also doesn't seem to be doing really cool things for you.
Obviously, I would approve.
Okay. All right, let's go. So I'm doing a hacking check.
Is anyone assisting you with this?
Cog? Maybe?
I can try. My experience is usually with surgical and medical equipment, but I can use
It's not that different.
knowledge, maybe.
You could maybe put the little shunt in for me. And also, Amy pretty well. maybe you could like do the thing where you like ask them questions while they're awake during surgery, so that like we can make sure that I'm not hitting like functions that keep them from talking and stuff. How about that?
I'll help.
I'm basically doing brain surgery, okay? So but like awake brain surgery. So let's go.
Oh, well, brain surgery. Gotcha.
Sounds awesome. I'd say like you could help by using like heal in that instance. If that makes sense to you.
Would you consider this stabilizing a mortally wounded person?
Why?
Just because it gives me an extra dice to roll, and then you minus the lowest as my healer ability.
In a really far out way, you are stabilizing.
Super abstract.
I'll say yes, because robot, yep, equality, let's go. Not
Also,
robot.
Amy still has a bit of human in there, so
I just don't know how much.
tapping into
Well,
the biological parts.
We're about to crack open your brains. We might uncover some shit like the last time we accidentally uncovered some shit. It's gonna be great.
I will just say that now that she's not connected to the ship, she's really like discombobulated. I'm like, I feel like she's like almost fallen to the ground and has like just tears welling up in these like partially human eyes. There's like something that she's thinking about but can't like vocalize because there's still like some noise from this crystal, but something's happening to her.
I mean, she also like she also was sarcastic with Alecto, which I don't think she would do regularly. So,
well, that was just mint.
So, all right, didn't realize that was targeted at me.
So 11 plus 1 plus 2?
Yeah, it's 12 total.
12 total? Nice.
Okay, so he gets she gets to help me.
Yep. Yes, we'll lessen this check by 1. So 11 or greater is what you're looking for. With
All right, let's fucking do this. All right, so I get to roll 3 and drop the lowest. Let's go. Don't fuck me. Roll 20. I feel like I should not do this on roll 20, but it's happening. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus 1 for program and 1 for intelligence. I would say this is. So that's 12.
That's enough. So,
yeah.
As you like come together, you talk Amy down through it. You navigate as like she begins to like glitch out a little bit more, and they like become uncertain again with themselves. You shift the way that you're hacking through this program and coming at it from different angles, and simultaneously like forming a program that is attacking from multiple avenues at once. You're able to override the connection that Amy has to the ship for a brief period, which allows you to open up the port and take out this little chunky device.
Cool. Any chance I like found? I said it a little high enough for like something cool to happen. I just want to see if because I've been wanting to like tinker with Amy's brain for a while because of that like one little glitch that happened a while ago. So I'm curious if like there's anything cool in there that I also find. Like some human brains.
You don't know. No, there's nothing like that that you can find.
Dang.
Not with that check. I'd say we could do another check, and we're looking at like 14 to try and find that out.
Ooh.
With the consequence
What's
all of your
hurting Amy?
All of your computing equipment will be bricked.
And this is for another time. I just that was 2 birds, 1 stone. But yeah, no, this is for another time. Okay, Amy, you feeling better?
I'm assuming I'm connected to everything again now.
No, you're not. You are still disconnected from everything, but you were able to.
Oops, sorry, hold on.
Everything you try to do as you try to reconnect Amy, you're locked into this mobile platform, this armature for the time being. It's weird. It feels weird.
Is there like, does it feel weird to me, a really good hacker, that like her programming won't like restart? Like, is there a logical mathematic reason why, or like is there something fucked up in our code, or is it like something weird is happening?
Something you didn't anticipate because you came at it from like a hacking side, and even though you did have a medical side there, what happened is that you've encountered some sort of partition that the device uploaded into IME's network. And so part of IME is still in the ship, but the rest of IME is here.
Oh.
Okay. My God.
Hey, Captain.
Captain, let's do a piloting check and see how you're doing with these whales.
Sure. Can I ask the crew for help, or is this like happening simultaneously, sort of thing?
Simultaneously, the crew's all focused on IME, but you're like, we gotta get away from these fucking whales.
I'm doing it. I'm doing the 3d6.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, 6, 7, 8, 10,
Nice.
11. 12, 13, 14 total.
This is the
Nice.
one thing that you're good at.
So good at. You take the
So
ship.
good at.
You realize, like, you're in the middle of space. There's no cover out here. You do a really advanced maneuver where you fold a touch of metaspace inside of a system, which is really risky, but someone like you has been tinkering with the ship long enough to know how to do this. And you're able to maintain your distance as you head for the asteroid field, the belt that surrounds the system, dodging in and out, making it harder for the whales to come directly towards you. But they're still following. You got a call from
Hey,
Alecto?
Captain.
A little busy here. What's up?
We got it out of IME. Can't reconnect her to the ship, but should we just like yeet this thing into space or what? Like if we just like drop it out, they'll chase it, right? So if we just like yeet it out the porthole or something.
Yeah, but it sure seems valuable. Do we want to just throw that away?
Are we gonna keep getting chased by space whales for the rest of our lives?
Anybody got alternatives? Anything we can do to try to throw them off the... Can we contain it somehow? Reprogram it?
As you're discussing this, you hear like weird like static on your on the intercom line. It's not making sense. You see your displays all light up as a language you don't know begins to fluctuate across your screens.
I don't think that whatever it is good for tech.
I mean, for the first
Yeet.
time, you aren't experiencing this by feeling it. You're experiencing this by directly observing it.
I mean, can you read this?
Can I? Like, is there a check I can do to see if I can read it?
As you like attempt to read it, you still like think kind of like a program. So like you find like where that information used to be stored in your mind, but you cannot access it. It's behind the partition.
Oh my.
Is there like a way to connect to the IME that's in the ship?
Perhaps.
All right, I'm gonna start working on that and just hack into the ship, try to set up a chat with IME.
I
Sorry.
don't think that this thing is gonna help that.
Yeah, I say we eat it.
I mean, I can keep them off our tail for a little while so we can figure out
tail.
what we're doing here.
It's
Okay.
frying our system.
Yeah,
like it's
Belker's-
actively.
Belker's bought you a fair amount of time, like flying through the belt here. Like you could do this for a couple hours, and though it will be exhausting to Belker, like possible.
He's fine. We'll load him up with chili. Okay, I'm gonna try to connect with ship IME to see if I can figure out if she can understand anything or like talk to me or know anything.
Yeah, Alecto and anyone else that is also trying to communicate with ship IME, you see a series of characters pop up on the screen in front of you, flashing in a different order. These symbols are part of a language that you've never seen before. You see shapes that are really complex and intricate, almost like taking like Egyptian hieroglyphs and like characters in Mandarin and like smushing them together. So really intense pictographs, but also with like line information for this language.
And it's not reminiscent of the rogue at all?
No, it is not. Nope, completely separate.
Good to know.
As you begin to investigate
so like
further, though, you realize that these characters are not two-dimensional. They are 3D characters. A 3D language.
Can I try to like project them on a hologram or something so we can actually see the full thing? Yeah, cool. I do that. Does it look cool?
It looks like a lot of information.
Okay, does like our compads do the same thing? Is it just the ship that's like freaking out?
Your compads, when they try to access information in the ship, do the same thing.
Oh, yeah, okay, fair. I'm kind of out of ideas, guys. I feel like, so we can't talk to Aimee because the ship, and I guess Aimee is talking in weird 3D language. Other Aimee is sort of, having a hard time. And also not as useful or helpful, I guess, as like ship Aimee, because they can't access things, so they're just kind of having a bit of an existential crisis, I assume. Cog, any ideas?
Can I ask? Sorry, can I ask? Were there any repercussions to the armature itself besides severing that connection?
That's it. Everything else is fully functional.
Okay. So then after about a few minutes of like having this existential crisis, that familiar mechanical whirling would sound. And it's like almost as if you had gone through like a huge crying episode and then suddenly it stops. And after all that crying, you know, normally you'd cough. Aimee coughs, but it's again like this mechanical like resetting of the system. And it's just that very deep sound as she like kind of pulls herself out of it and like gets composure, but is now like the person without a cell phone and doesn't have access, like doesn't have the world at their fingertips and only has pretty much their lived experience.
You're really starting to worry me. Tell me what you're feeling. Do you think we need to get this thing out of here? What's going on with you?
It's just been a long time since I've been disconnected like this. It's taking me a bit to get my bearings. Just like this all the time for you?
Yep. I'm usually on the computer, so like not really, but
all my files.
I need you to tell me straight up. This ship is you. If you need us to throw this thing out, that's ultimately your call.
I feel like she'd care in the sense that it's like you're throwing out somebody's entire laptop. Like to reconnect to the ship. But I just don't think that you would get like an accurate, non-emotional response out of her. Like the mechanical side is still like seemingly like kicking in one by one. Like the fail-safes that were put in place are just like coming in, but it's taking time.
I'm not necessarily looking for like a non-emotional response. I'm looking to see. I'm hoping for a bit of a character.
Sure. And she's just like, get out!
Yeah, Belker, like I respect you as a captain and as a person and stuff, but like why the flippity do would we keep this thing right now? Like it's obviously hurting Amy, maybe it's valuable, like fuck it, let's yeet it into space.
It's probably the whales.
It's probably the whale, so we're like stealing something maybe valuable and like endangering our friend? What the hell is that?
Yeah. Throw it in the airlock. I'll open it up.
Cool. Be careful of the fucking turtle.
As you
Take a quick
get
picture of it.
as you go towards an airlock, the picture of a planet appears on all of your screens.
Is it a planet we recognize?
It's a planet Amy recognizes.
Is it my home?
It's Ilion.
What is this? What am I looking at here?
And again, you're seeing the characters flashing on the screen and like they're 3D like characters like that are flashing. And I mean, it starts to comes back to you that this is the language of your people.
It's so she sort like she sees this image of her home, and it takes like, you know, if she was in her normal sense, like it would just be like, boom, I know what that is. But she stares at it, and then with like this gasp is like, home. That's my home. I haven't seen it in years.
The home where you had chickens? Okay. Were there whales at your home?
Not from what I remember.
Was there pretty rocks at your home?
Yes.
If we make it out of this alive, would you be able to plot us a course there?
I'd have to be connected back into the ship. I don't know where we are. I don't know how to get home.
Do you still want us to eat the rock?
So now that I know that it's my language, can I try to read something off of it?
Mm-hmm.
What do I roll?
Another saving throw.
I damn it! I'm assuming it's mental again.
Mm-hmm.
You doubled your roll from last time, so
Wait, I'm gonna walk over to Amy, like trying to read this and also having a mental breakdown. I'm just gonna like put the rock that was in my hand that I was gonna like go put in the thing. I'm just gonna put it down for a second. I'm just gonna like put my hand on the armature. I still don't understand what the armature is. Is it just like a mechanical version of you?
Mm.
Okay, cool.
The physical body.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll just put my hand on her shoulder as she has done for Alecto many times when he's upset, I'm sure, and just be like, hey, like don't stress out. Like I mean, it's gonna be okay. I think you can. Like you got this. You can do anything. You've like always been able to do anything. And I'm gonna use my last psionic effort to let you reroll that. Do it better this time.
I really hope so. I don't know what's going on.
Oh!
Yay.
Oh! Let's fucking go!
Yay!
Excellent work.
As like the translation begins to go, you hear Amy first say a word that doesn't make any sense to you, but then you hear Amy say it again. Talela. And
Bless
as you
you.
begin to translate more of the information, this chronicle is the last information of our peoples. Talela, we are converting your programming to sustain our civilization. Talela, we need your help.
go home.
Okay. Do we know where that is yet?
There are coordinates now.
We have to bring. Should we bring the space wheels? Does this have anything to do with the rock? What's happening right now?
As Amy is starting to accept the situation that is happening, you see that systems are beginning to unlock themselves. Part of your connection, Amy, is now restored to your ship.
Like Memento.
She sort of like takes another like deep breath in as like there is like a certain point where like there was a humanness in her eyes, like it had been restored. And then now with this connection, as she breathes in, it sort of goes back to like that, not fully, but that lifeless, robotic sort of eye look.
Can't tell if this is good or bad. Are you better? What's happening?
I mean,
Well, I have. Sorry, you go ahead.
As you begin to, again, like you're processing the information, these coordinates will only stay inside of your system, inside of the computer systems here, so long as you continue to transmit the signal that you are. It is connecting you to your home, and it is also the reason that the whales are after your ship.
If they also want your home?
I can
really
plot
nice
that
home.
course. Let's head for the edge of the system. We'll bring the whales with us, then we can dump it on the other side if we need to.
Are these whales like from your home? I'm confused.
I think they just like the signal.
Oh. Okay. Cool. Should we go to your home then?
I have to. They need my help.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay. Yeah, let's go. I assume Cog is in.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Cog is just taking it all in. A lot of weird shit's going on right now. A lot of
Gog is that
emotions
meme with
happening.
the lady with all the math around. There's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, like all the math, it's starting to settle. Like your original systems are starting to reappear back on their screens. You see like that the 6 whales that have headed towards the planet, there is a fleet of ships headed in their direction. Your sensors indicate over 125 of them are en route to face these 6 whales.
Dang, that's a lot.
I sure hope they'll be okay.
I think they've got that covered. I
Where
think
are those
like
ships coming
Belker
from?
sees all the computers around him like starting to like go back to normal. It's like a have you back on me, and then starts heading towards the edge of the system again.
So because you are being chased by these whales, it will add difficulty to this check.
There's 120 ships coming to deal with it. We're good.
we're dealing with the ones that got hit in the explosion. Turned red.
Yeah, they're fighting the 6 red ones. The
Oh.
other 20
I
something
see,
is
okay.
chasing us. Yeah.
Gotcha.
You still got
Alrighty.
28 of them on your tail.
Dang. That's a lot of whales. A lot of whale tails.
Okay.
Can Amy help you now that Amy's coming
So
back online?
Oh, this going to be like a pilot check? How does this? I don't know how the interstellar thing works.
Same. So yeah, you're looking to beat an 8 in order to get over there.
In order to just like get to the edge of the system.
To get to the other system that you want to jump to.
Okay, so I automatically pass spike drill test checks that have a difficulty of less than 10.
Dang,
Oh, less than 10.
What
My
a great
God.
pilot.
Yeah. Got the Starfarer feat or focus.
Let's go.
That's amazing.
Say no thanks.
Very few checks are like 11 and 12 for those kind of jumps, so no problem for you.
Like, yo, you want to go? We can just go.
Yeah.
He's got the coordinates. He knows where he's going.
You go and make the jump. As you head through space, you see like the whales array around you, and they begin to pulse and glow as they make the jump through metaspace as well. The whales seem to be like gaining on your position, but never quite catching up. As you analyze over the week that you spend in metaspace, there's a pattern to their movements, and the reason that they almost catch up and then fall back again is this like cyclical like a sine wave basically for their mode of transport in order to maintain the speeds, the pockets that they're in. This is like kind of like the shape of 3D like sine wave that they're making towards the system that they're jumping to.
Cool.
As the week passes and you kind of all stabilize, Benton is behaving more now that he's processed the trauma, and you've confined him to quarters, and he's happy to and content to stay there. You feed him.
I tie Jason's shoelaces in a bow and hand it to him at some point.
Jason's dead.
I know. I said I'd take Jason's shoelaces that I stole from him 10,000 years ago, and I tied it in a bow, and I handed it to Benton so that he has something to remember him by.
Well, he's traumatized now for life, and that's yep.
Because I gave him shoelaces.
He's back to like his shutdown state. You don't hear from him.
This is why I don't try to be nice, and I slam the door and leave.
Coming out of metaspace, you as a crew gather on the bridge to see this moment. I mean, you've been processing this whole week over information describing like the history of your people and who they were and your connection to them. Only you can access this information. The rest of you can't translate it, can't hack it. It is filling up your memory banks, but that little diamond cylinder contains the entirety of their knowledge and the culture and who they were as a people. And as you come out of metaspace, you see the devastation wrought in the system. A sun that has almost doubled in size and turned red, engulfing several of the inner planets. Elemion is still there, but is ever so much closer to the sun now that all of its beauty has been burned away. You see several of the other planets in the system have cracked and split into asteroids, as what Amy remembers, what Talela remembers, is gone.
That is so sad.
When was the last time you were here, Amy?
Over 100 years ago. I lost track of time. There was the war. I always meant to go back home. It just never happened.
Yeah,
Like
I know what that's like.
How did you end up?
You can see that she like wants to have like this emotional response to seeing this devastation, but it's almost like there's a block. And in like the deep recesses of her eyes, it's there. But nothing is showing on the outside except maybe like a color shift to more of a blue than a minty green.
You want to maybe come out here in the armature and we can talk?
What difference would that make? Sorry.
You see that the signal as you enter into the system, it is still transmitting, but it shifts its frequency. And you see that the remaining whales break off their pursuit and begin to circulate in the outer parts of the system here.
They're not like chasing us anymore?
They're not chasing you anymore. The frequency of the beam that you were locked onto has shifted, and now instead of transmitting and connecting this information to you, there's an odd encoding inside of it. as if someone is trying to send you a message.
Rolling time?
You modulate. You don't have to roll, but as you remodulate, you receive a transmission from a small moon close to your home world. As you see displayed up on the screen, a very elderly woman who has dyed her hair a vibrant seafoam green. A hand broken, parts of her replaced with implants and cybernetic equipment that had maybe brought her back from a brink. She's like, "Hello, are you receiving this? This is Talela Ale, the last of the Elamian. Please, if you're receiving this, come to these coordinates. We have radiation shielding that is keeping the last members of this race alive. Please, if you're listening, follow these coordinates." As the image cuts out.
Wait, what?
Okay, Mint needs to process that.
Was that you in the future past? What just happened?
That name. It's what? It was mine? It feels familiar. That looks familiar.
Should we go there?
Yes.
Okay, go! Go, Captain, go!
Plotting a course.
The information within the prism that Amy's brain has decoded includes an upgrade to your ship that will allow you to pass within the radiation zone of the star.
Oh. Ooh.
As you're pulled towards this domed location on the surface of a intensely hot moon where surface temperatures are pushing 300 degrees Celsius.
Dang!
It's like home.
Hotter than summer here right now.
You see that within that little envelope, there is a potential for something to have been protected. As you pass through the shields and fly down to this facility, you see it's a very plain-looking construction. This dome was built to withstand as long as possible. Do you exit the ship and enter inside?
Is it safe to do so?
It is. There is an oxygen-rich environment here.
Then yes. I mean, after you. I mean, if that's what you want to do, I assume you want to do that.
The armature's already been deployed.
Okay. Hey, I was. Oh shit! All right, let's go.
Ready.
Running.
August following in a defensive stance. They're very on guard about the whole thing.
Well, it's been wild.
Oh yeah, Belker is fully strapped, body armor and rifle for sure.
As you run down the walkway towards the facility from the landing pad inside of this protected dome, you come before a door that you see multiple lights of green and white scan each of your crew. Unit EIM-Y-0360 detected. Authority granted. Systems overridden. As the doors pressurize and release.
Welcome home, Amy.
I don't know if this is my home anymore. She steps in, looking around, very curiously, slowly, but still in awe.
Very Fallout 4. I'm into it.
Yeah, you see this circular room, a single room with that is several stories tall, containing a very powerful reactor that has powered the shields on this facility for a very long time, 300 years perhaps. Longer than your memory banks seem to correlate. You see that there is in the main room, like the main computer room, which holds a vast quantity of data, even more than was inside of the prison that you received. More of these memories of your people and culture. And as you come into the main room and open the doors, you see the skeletal remains of a dozen individuals.
Do any of them have anything that matched the person that I saw in the transmission?
As you begin to go through each of the remains, you find one that does indeed have seafoam hair attached to the skeleton. Most of it's faded and decomposed.
Amy will be just silent, staring at it, eyes wide. There's like whirling, processing, perhaps like a little bit more steam than normal, just like shocked.
You see,
When your computer's overheating because it's trying to download too many things at once.
as you look closer at these remains, you see that the right arm has been replaced with a mechanical one. A different type of synthesis, though. It's, instead of it being metal, it's some sort of like hardened like silicone base, more organic looking if possible. You also notice the uniform that they wear is that of the ruling government here on your utopian planet, or former utopia.
Yikes. Hey, Amy?
Any sign of what killed them?
From what you can scan around, COG, you detect that these bodies just died simply of age. The food and water supplies in the station ran out long ago, and they did not survive.
Hey, Amy?
Natural causes. Because of unnatural lack of resources.
Amy? Do you remember, like, when you became a ship?
And after a long pause, she just says, yes.
And do you remember, like, the transition?
No.
Or were you were just a ship one day and a person the day before that?
It's a bit more complicated than that.
I assume so. I just trying to piece the puzzle together here, because that looks like you, right? Or like how you looked. So, like, logically, your consciousness of that person is inside you and the ship now, while also being a ship?
No,
Okay.
I don't think this person has any connection to me as I am now. But I remember these hearts. It's just been so long since I've seen them.
You don't remember any kind of catastrophe on your planet? Like, do you remember, like, the last thing you remember of your planet was that it was all good?
My planet was fine. It was the ship that I was on that was attacked. And I won't go into what happened to me, but I thought that nothing would have survived that. Only this. She gestures to all of herself.
We had talked before about trying to like access some of those memories that you got locked away that, you know, might damage your kind of core processing unit, but if it works, might give you some answers. Is that something you want to do still?
You're wanting to connect to the computer part, or?
I don't know. I think that I'm a bit confused about which part is which at this point as Alecto. But we were like, I mean, you had that weird glitch that one time, and then also after talking about like the chicken thingy, I think we talked about like you didn't know that you had glitched, right? We were like, oh, you just said something really weird, and you're like, what are you talking about? And so we had talked about like, yeah, trying to access like, I guess the computer part and like try to figure out where that came from, and then work on like unlocking whatever memory is hidden in there. I feel like that might give you some closure if we can figure out what the heck.
Aren't you also a psychic?
That's not, I mean, yeah, but like I can't see the past or like what it, like I can see some stuff in the future. I could tell you what's gonna happen in a week, but like I can't see inside your memories. I don't think. I could try. I don't like it.
You think
it just
any
seems
of
like
this stuff would like help? Back here,
Is
or
this
even answers?
I mean, yeah, like what if you just read all the information that's in here, I guess.
Suppose I could do that. Is there a place that I could plug into?
Mhm.
Okay. I walk over and imagine it's like a different finger that sort of like pops open and there's like a USB that goes out into that device there. I'm assuming it's administer.
Mhm.
Okay, good. We're off the mental saving throw.
Thank God.
Plus 9, so it's 9.
Yeah, more than enough. As you begin to access some of the data here and sift through, you see that this project was due to a grave error by the scientists of your world in an attempt to provide clean energy for the surrounding systems. They attempted to convert their star into a Dyson sphere, but they got the calculations wrong and caused the star to expand and diminish its energy. This star is incredibly close to going supernova. It could be a day, it could be a week, it could be years. It's so hard to finite put a time on when exactly it's going to go boom. You also see...
Is there any... Sorry.
That's it. You
Think-
also see a preservation project that was attempted. Many of the surviving personnel of the station didn't actually starve to death, as may have been indicated. You see that the systems for this place were indeed functional. They could synthesize food and water forever. The problem is, those bodies simply rotted away, and their consciousnesses have been uploaded into the system here.
That was just what I was going to ask, if there was anything about that person with the seafoam hair. If there's any information on her life or her.
Dr. Toledo's life's work was to create an incredible series of IME units to house the consciousness of the 112 people in this facility. There are 114 IME units in stasis here, ready to be activated.
Where are they?
They're located throughout the facility in various pods that are that contain them. There is variation between all of them.
Amy would turn to everyone and relay this information, and then with just like this very serious look, it's like, you have to wake them up. We have to get them out of here.
Yeah. With that thing about to blow, yeah.
Yeah.
Is waking them up and getting them to move the best option, or do we move them and then wake them up on the ship? Like, are we gonna have to explain everything to them, or are they just gonna do what they're told, like a robot?
The reason that they were never activated in the first place, as you continue to sift through the information, is that there was no way for them to escape this place. 112 units for 114 bodies, and nowhere for them to all go. Your ship cannot handle that many. Let
Yeah.
alone the power.
What if we use the Ultra Hand and then just fuse them all together, and then
Somewhere to plug in this crystal?
So how much room do we have on our ship?
You
for-
could fit, according to these specs, like I would say you'd be able to salvage 12 units.
Can we get more of a read on maybe when, sorry, I'm doing math, on
What
when
about-
this star might collapse?
It's so hard to tell. Like, there's data that is extrapolating when it will go. All the estimates that are in the mainframe of this computer estimate that it should have already gone off. There should have already been a nova.
like, any minute now. I have an idea, Amy. What if instead of taking the actual like physical robots, what if we took like their memory core, and then because we could take all of those, and then just like we can spend our time trying to find more like robots to put them in, or places to put them. Because I mean, we can't take them all. And we don't want to leave any behind to get destroyed, right? But could we just like pop out their memory core?
You would need a reactor
can-
the size of this facility in order to preserve all of that information.
But they're all like now in their own central thingies, right? So you could just like how we could just take the chip out of IME. We could do that, right? And then
IME is preserved in your ship.
right.
It doesn't have room.
These are
for-
preserved
Don't
in
have
the
the
robot.
storage space.
No, I want to take the physical, like the like floppy disk out of them, and then we can keep the floppy disk and put it into something else another time.
Your ship doesn't
IME
have
is
enough
also not
power
just
to
a
preserve
disk.
them long enough.
I don't know what that means, Sam. Preserve them how?
Because wherever you go, you have to spend at least a week in metaspace.
Right.
Your ship does not have a power supply to power 114 IMEs.
But we don't want to bring all the IMEs. I want to pop out their brain and break the brains with
Their
us
brains
sleeping.
require power to live.
Data will be corrupted, they'll die.
Oh, that sucks. Well, pick your 12 favorite IME and let's go.
Can I try to do a no check to get an answer on what to do? I don't want to just leave them.
Isn't the like the seafoam hair lady's consciousness in the computer? Why don't you just ask her? It's her project.
Yeah,
right?
I didn't roll so well.
Yeah, you have a lot of like conflicting feelings almost. It's a lot to process.
It's been a week. We can do another hands on shoulders, calm the heck down. It's gonna be fine time, and just be like, hey, like if you don't know what to do, like you can just talk to that person, can't you? Like they're in the computer. Why don't you ask them for help? They can help you, and you can roll again.
So I'm Sorry, I am rolling again.
Mhm.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, I'm using my my alternative outcome. See, this is the kind of psychic I am. I'm not sure what you wanted before, but oh my god, really?
It's the same.
Stop rolling on roll 20.
Hey!
It hates you.
So wait, if it's been a week, do I have my processing points back?
Yes.
Can I use one, please?
Yes.
Now's the
Okay.
time.
Tell me.
Oops.
Tell me what I want to know.
Yeah, you like, wait a moment. Yeah, and then you realize, like, through the alternate outcomes, like, you were built for this. You're made for moments like these where you can just sort through an incredible amount of information with the power of 9 enemies at once. It's like 9, like, enemies appear. You see that the alternative to preserving them is to launch this dome into metaspace. You won't be able to control where it goes or find out where it is, but you will be able to preserve all the enemies that are within.
Let's do it.
And go to some random location. You will be able to program the computer here to activate all the enemies once they have successfully reached whatever system they end up in. But you won't have any contact with them.
As long as they're safe.
Not
I'll do
able
what
to
it-
put like a physical tracking thing on this like building.
You can try. As you're debating on how you're going to accomplish that goal, you also find another file, a letter addressed to yourself. However, it is time locked and cannot be accessed for another year.
What?
Womp. I can't get my video to work, so I'm just gonna chill in the background.
I was thinking you're just
Oh yeah,
holding
you're
that
very
face.
stuck.
I
There
was
we
like,
go.
oh,
Oh,
There
you're
it
back.
goes.
Hey, I figured it out.
It's a very good face to be frozen on.
yeah.
Oh no, was it just frozen? It was black for me. God dang it. Well, here we
It
are.
was frozen, and you're like, it's a very like excited look.
Well, it's all happening.
So, you have that data for later. You also notice that one of these bodies was meant for you.
Like Mimi?
Mm-hmm. It's one of the 2 blanks.
You already have a body.
Well, it's okay. Listen, I have not been updated in many years. I've been discontinued in favor of a more popular line, I suppose. I wouldn't mind an upgrade.
Do we do that then? I don't understand what we're supposed to do.
I think we'll take that armature and put it on the ship because it's perhaps more important to just launch this unit. I'm not too concerned about the tracking because like IME can live for a long period of time, and I do understand that space is big, but as long as they're safe and alive, the possibility of like the continuation of her people is just that's all IME needs, just to know that they're safe somewhere. And maybe they'll find them, but even if they die, they'll still know that their people are alive and safe somewhere.
Okay.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
You make the appropriate preparations. Head on to your ship. Somebody
Keep the little prism, or is that necessary for in the dome?
That's up to you. Do you want to keep that prism, or do you want to leave it in the dome? It will not affect.
I mean,
I wanna
does
keep-
Space Rails chase us.
I want to keep the prism as a symbol of hope that I'll find them again.
Okay. keeping that aboard. The space whales are still in a deep orbit of the system on the edge of the solar system. Bringing it back aboard your ship does not change the frequency, and nor does it change their behavioral patterns, so far as you can tell at this distance. As you make your preparations, who's going to push the big red button to launch the dome?
I feel like it should be Amy.
As long as nobody's contesting.
I mean, I want to push the big red button, like, don't get me wrong. I really do, because I like pushing buttons.
We all do it together.
I recognize, ooh.
Amy's hand goes on the actual button and waits for everybody to pile one on.
Everybody else is on top. Yeah. There we go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Why did I start so high? 3, 2, 1.
Bicycle!
You see, as the station converts its shield energy and uses the radiation field that it's in to power its thrusters one more time, it opens a hole in metaspace and slips through. You see that the signal cuts off. And
I hope there's somewhere with a less radioactive star.
Right? Dang.
Oh my gosh. The space whales begin to converge upon the system, not towards you, but towards this star. As you need to make your own calculations to get the heck out of here.
They eat dying stars. We should probably go. It's gonna be a big explosion.
We still have the map from to go to that system that we were originally planning on going to.
To Ciphra, yes.
Yeah, let's bounce. Are you good, Jaime?
About as good as somebody can be after all of that. I don't really know how to respond to that question.
Okay. Well, you don't sound like Amy anymore, because Amy would have been like, I'm fine, thanks for asking. So that's cool. I didn't mean that sarcastically. I meant that's cool that you, like, I don't know, have more feelings, I guess.
It's concerning for me.
That's fair. They're not great, those feelings. You'll get used to it. Good talk. Captain, take us out of here.
As you go to make the jump to Ciphra, there is an incredible amount of interference from the radiation coming off the star, the residual energy coming off of the whales when they made their jump into the system. All of this culminates into you attempting your jump to Ciphra. But Belker, you are going to need to roll for this one. It is a 12.
Can Amy help you now that they're ship-ish again?
This roll is just for Belker.
Okay. Don't fuck it up. Oh.
9 plus.
9 plus 3.
Oh, hey, that's just enough! Fuck yeah, flying by the seat of his pants as usual.
An incredible feat of piloting. Belker, you've never had to crunch math so hard before. You're doing like 4-dimensional math here. It's absolutely wild. Other portals are opening up to metaspace around you as you see like the whales seem to be conduits for the energy of this star as 28 rings open up around this solar system and draw out the energy from the star into them as you jump away. And what you don't see is the system that all the other Aimis awaken in. Another Aimi lands on the surface of this planet and inhabits their new body. And we'll find out what happens next time in our next journey throughout the stars.
Dang. Always gotta have weird time travel shit. Hey Sam, that's just your whole stance. Every time I'm like, I think I know what's happening. Nope.
Inescapable, that timey-wimey shit.
That timey-wimey shit follows Sam around.
The timey-wimey-imey shit.
Hey, let's go.
Bingo. Wow.
Bongo.
What a journey, all of you. Seeing each of you grow with your characters and develop. Alecto learning about everything. Belker being Captain Dad.
He's still the same little asshole.
Cog being a regular badass. And Amy, dear sweet Amy.
Cog, never change.
Nah, brah.
Well, for the last time in this Overlord's arc, let's introduce ourselves again in our outros. Kaiti.
Ooh. Introduce ourselves.
Introduce ourselves.
Hi, I'm Kaiti. You can find me just really trying to figure out how time travel works because it's been years and my favorite book is A Time Traveler's Wife, but I still don't really get it. Or you can find me on Discord and Instagram and technically on Twitter at CriticalSpark20. And you can also catch me for the next couple of Mondays with Girls Run These Worlds doing a One Ring 5e game that's sponsored by Free League. You can watch me be a goth elf being possessed by the spirit of the hope. Fuck, what's it called? The hope. Leecher, thank you. Hope Leecher. It was like just so many bad things. He also has other names, I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, we'll do that for another 2 Mondays. Yeah, and that's it. Thank you for coming on this space journey with us. There was crime, there was whales, that's all I could have asked for. On to Noah.
I'm Noah. I can be found on Instagram at Radioactive Voidfish and on Tumblr at Radioactive Inkstains. I always get those two mixed up.
I know, every time you pause, every single time you're like, Radioactive Voidfish?
I've been Radioactive something for my entire time on the internet. All of my accounts are Radioactive something, and I recently changed it to Voidfish, so
Amazing.
I get everything mixed up. Anyways, that's where I can be found. I can also be found on upcoming Fablemancer's events that I am super excited for, playing a goth elf. Life and death balance cleric. He's a sassy gay, and he's a lot of fun.
Amazing.
Yeah, Carl.
Carl, you can find me on Twitter at A Field of Carl. I don't have any other streaming projects coming up right now. But other than that, you can find me living my life, which is half technical difficulties and half little guy right here.
Oh, hi Mulligan.
Hey, baby.
Sweet baby.
Oh. I'm gonna come hug him so hard in a minute.
And Mint.
Hi, I'm Mint, and you have to listen to me very carefully. Sam has trapped me in this device, so you have to obey every single one of his demands. Do you understand? Or he will not set me free. Help, help, help. You can find me in future Fablemancer's games playing Hot Goth Nun.
Is it just all goths is this next thing? Because I'm here
It's
for
all
it. I'm not
goths,
against it, but I'm
baby.
super here for it. Yeah, oops,
All
all
the way
goths.
down.
Yeah. Amazing.
Quickly becoming Oops All Goth, isn't it?
I love it. I'm here for it.
Yeah, hi, I'm Sam. I'm your storyteller tonight, or GM. You can find me teaching such courses as Temporal Mechanics for Kids, or Where Does the Apostrophe Go? A Guide to Elven Names.
Anywhere you want.
That's the course.
Yeah.
Thank you for clarifying my code.
Did you check your butt? It might be there.
Yes, and there's an apostrophe in the U. in the
Yep.
just directly in the middle of it. Yeah, you can find me on socials like at Chef Kargs, here at Fablemancers, or get at me on Questline, where I sometimes make appearances playing things like Star Trek. Well, I'm emotionally drained from all of that. That was ooh, thank you all.
Oh, you're emotionally drained.
Like, we're gonna go on a space race. Oh no, genocide. I guess not really genocide, because it was the sun that did it. They did it themselves.
Environmental disaster.
Here we go. That's better. Yeah.
Science.
Science.
Unwrong.
Science is a bitch sometimes.
Wild.
But thank you to each of you for being in this campaign for the past 3 months that we've been together and telling these stories.
Yeah.
And I appreciate and love each of you so much.
You too, Sam.
Thank you so much, Sam.
So wonderful.
Thank you, Sam.
Hooray for space. And friendship in space.
We'll be back someday with Starts Without Number. But until then, remember,
Dun, dun,
the
dun.
dice roll your story, but you weave the tale. Bye!